We'll do the map here in just a moment. Just give us a second.
Oh, he smells cheese. You might want to scroll up. There's probably a bunch of comments
get it.
I missed. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. We appreciate all that love and support, guys. You guys have been amazing. If you guys haven't done so already, hit that follow button. Guys, I think once we get to 20K likes, we will give kind of another full background on everything on Bowser, how he's had to have like 3 surgeries, how he's cost like 22K, how everything that's going on to him having a temperature of 105. And guys, his new incisions on it for his newest surgery are crazy. Like it's like literally from like his front paw to his back paw, like it's his whole belly that they cut open. Like basically they cut him from like end to end. It is absolutely crazy. If I can show you guys, I will. If not, I'll have to make a video later on because he is sliced from end to end, guys, and it is ridiculous.
Welcome in, everyone. Say hi if you're popping on. Don't forget to drop the states in the comments section, and we will work on getting caught up in the comments. Just bear
Hey everybody,
with me.
we're looking for 50 friends in 50 states. Drop your states into the comments section, or I'll
Hi,
be in your
Ocean.
shoe.
Susie says, nice to see you guys all. Brittany says, hey. Joy with that share. Brian says, hope Bowser's feeling better. Bowser's home. Yes, you guys, he is home. Drop your states into the comment section. Let us know where you are watching from. I seen Libby pop in on here. Corvus says, hey. He is feeling pretty good. Liam, welcome, welcome, guys. I'm just quickly scrolling here to get ourselves caught up. Yvonne with that follow. Thank you so much. Libby's in. Hannah with the heart
Bella
ticket.
and Bowser welcome you to the pack. Get ready for more Possum Avengers.
Yeah, he was a Lambo during the second surgery.
He what?
He was a Lambo after the second surgery, so we're at
Yeah.
third. So BMW maybe.
Welcome in, Masha. How are you doing today?
Guys, we are just getting caught up here.
Masha, you're watching on both. Yes.
Ohio. We've got New Jersey. Welcome, 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 guys. Where's the video of the Truffle Shuffle, Brandon?
So, guys, I'll be honest with you. After getting Bowser and the way he's so he's moving so much that I've kind of been just on Bowser duty. I haven't had a chance to get it done yet. So, it's still on. Oh, we're gonna lay down. Oh my goodness.
Hello from the land of tornadoes. Everyone drop your states. We've got Autumn from Maine. Welcome, welcome. Stacey says, what happened? Stacey, we'll give an update here shortly. Hang around. We've got Pennsylvania. Which part? Michigan, go Lions.
Why don't you move whatever that thing that's open there? It's driving me nuts.
This?
Yes.
It's just your family. We've got Las Vegas, Nevada.
All right, guys, welcome in, everybody. Okay, as we're continue tapping that screen, if you're new here, hit that follow button. We are here with Bowser the Boxer. We did go down to East Lansing, and we picked him up from the vet. Bowser is currently recovering from his 3rd emergency surgery. He had two major incisions on his right side, and now he had a major incision on his left side. And so
I wouldn't poke at him right now, honey.
I'm just trying to figure out if we can put the ice pack on him right now. So they want us to ice him roughly 4 times a day, or basically every hour if possible. But the problem is he doesn't want to sit still. And so currently he's on like basically like a dog version of like Tylenol 3 for his side. He's on trazodone. He's on gabapentin. He's on all these things to sedate him.
Two different very strong antibiotics.
So hopefully the antibiotics will kind of knock him down a little bit because like he's so excited to get home.
All the smells. Look up on Comfy Cone. We got one.
So Susie, we had a Comfy Cone, but the problem is he could still get to his incisions, and so we had to leave this one on per the vet. So like we have a Comfy Cone.
That was perfect, Hannah.
Thank you.
Corvus says to keep him still. So, Corvus, we're going to wait. The problem is every time Brandon moves, he's going to pop his head up. So,
yeah.
We need him to, like, snuggle in right here.
Who just subscribed?
Robin with that subscription. Thank you so much, Robin. We truly
Robin,
appreciate it.
if you send me a message, I will get you added to that subscriber only line chat tonight. If that's something you're interested in, that goes along with anybody. If anybody subscribes to the channel, that's something extra we do to kind of give back to the community. I think we have about like 23 or 24 people in there right now. Susie, thank you so much for that, Teddy.
Morgan with those gifts. Hold on, guys. I just missed it.
But yes, anybody that subscribes, we will add you to our line group of positive, supportive people. They get the first updates on Bowser. We send extra videos of the dog. We have general communications. I encourage people to make some smart life choices. Nope, see? Guys, this is what we mean. He tries to get to his owies.
Yes. So, yeah. The Comfy Cone. So, I'm hoping, because the schedule plan, as of right now, is he will go back on Monday the 4th. We are not going back before then. Monday the 4th, to have his drain hopefully pulled and staples removed. Fingers crossed. Then at that point, the Comfy Cone. Because I think once the drains come out, I think we'll be okay to put the Comfy Cone back on. I missed it. Does he only have one drain now? So Danielle, yeah. So the right side drain was able to come out today. He has one staple there. And then he's got his left drain still in. Susie with that, you're amazing.
No, he doesn't have his left drain in. Yes, he has a left one. I'm sorry. I misunderstood you.
Caitlin with that follow.
Bowser's giving you a window lick of appreciation. And Bella's ready to high five. Thanks for that follow.
Thanks for the follow, guys. Also, guys, if you haven't done so already, head over, click that button in our bio, and go subscribe to that YouTube channel. We would greatly appreciate it. We are live on both, so it gives you guys two different angles of Bowser Boy here as he continues to recover from multiple surgeries.
Yeah, so Puck, he, after the first surgery, we put him in a t-shirt a little bit too. He wasn't a huge fan. He does better with just the cone, but he's really happy with his soft cone on. Hopefully we can transition back to that soon. Morgan with the donuts and the finger hearts. Welcome in, Tracy. I make bandanas for dogs. Would you guys like one for your pups? Autumn, that's amazing. Do you have those posted on your TikTok? Okay. Ours looked like the clear plastic has binding and softer around the neck.
That's what ours, the one we have one. We could it's around here somewhere. We can show it to you guys, but it has to be bigger.
No, so it's like this, but this part of it is soft.
Oh, okay.
So it's not so like rough on the neck. Morgan with that Rosa, D-Bar with that follow.
Bowser here. Thanks for the follow. Now, if only you could throw a snack or two. Just kidding, but seriously, snacks are welcome.
Thank you, guys. Anybody hits that follow button, the pups will welcome you into the Thunderdome personally. We greatly appreciate that. And if you guys haven't done so already, head over and watch that video that I just posted a little bit ago. Watch the entire thing. Like, comment, ask questions about Bowser Boy. The doors that we were opening up sounded like velociraptors. I thought that was kind of funny. We made new friends. We met a white boxer that was waiting in the lobby while we were there. That was just absolutely gorgeous.
That is also on TikTok, you guys.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. We became TikTok friends today. So head over, hit that follow button. We'd greatly appreciate it. If you're watching on YouTube, if you could please subscribe to the channel, we would appreciate that. Just double tap that screen. There's 7 of you guys on right now. Double tap that screen. It really helps support Bowser Boy and into his recovery. Welcome in, DJ. How are you doing today?
Tracy with those lightning bolts. Corvus with those hand hearts. We put surgical tape on edges to save our shins and our walls. Puck, that's not a bad idea. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hannah with that pinch face. Thank you so much. Diesel, welcome in. Nikki says, Bowser, rest up. Britt says, hey. Yes, he is home. Hannah May with the massage for you. Bowser, if I could, I'd give you all the snacks in the world. Diesel, he's been spoiled rotten since he's been home. He's had so many treats. I can also DM you guys pictures of the ones. Autumn, that would be great. Corvus with those hand hearts. So glad he's home. With the roses. Hey, Lori, how are you?
All right, guys, and when we get to 20K likes, so if you continue tapping that screen at 20K likes, we are going to give kind of a full rundown of like Bowser's story, kind of like we did last night. I feel like that kind of went well. People really enjoyed that, so we will give a full story of Bowser Boy when we get to 20K likes. But
in the meantime, we're going to do this tonight, guys. I have confidence.
Hey, everybody, we're looking for 50 friends in 50 states. Drop your states into the comments section, or I'll pee in your shoe.
Dustin says, hopefully Big Boy is home for good. Dustin, we hope so too. I can only hope that this is forever. Like if you guys watched the video that I posted earlier, like we're not going back until it's a scheduled appointment. You hear me, buddy? We're not going back until it's a scheduled appointment. Okay? That's
our
the
vet
rules.
even said, she's like, Bowser buddy, I love you, but I don't want to see you again.
Yes.
I was like,
Absolutely.
thank you. Yes, we don't want to go back.
It's hard for me to see that now with him there.
That's why I wanted him to not lay on somebody. Robin with that heart puff, thank you so much. Hillary is from Indiana. Welcome in.
Oh, Masha, it popped up. I think I want to say it said something. Like I just know these things. Like I'm just
Hopi,
just psychic.
Hopi from Oklahoma. Pamela from Illinois. Corvus again with those hand hearts. Truly appreciated. Thank you so much. Guys, I did see a couple comments on here like earlier about the GoFundMe. So we do have a GoFundMe, and we would appreciate anyone. Well, we appreciate everybody, but anybody that would like to donate to that. We've been asked by many, many people to create one, so we have.
The link is in the bio for those that want to help support. Welcome in, Janice. It says, boy, I can't read it.
Boy's pretty excited he's home. They are, Janet's still pretty nervous that he's home. You know, he doesn't have a very strong track record of coming home.
You have a pillow. Give me that pillow.
Peyton was pretty emotional earlier about it. I think he's just scared. Seeing him with tubes and things like that is hard. But
Is that the spot?
now I need to go get the ice pack. We're going to leave him here for a minute, and then I'm going to go get it. And then we'll sneak it in.
And no.
My family is dysfunctional from New Jersey. Welcome in. Yeah, Hillary. So he will have to sleep in the crate and be in the crate during the day. So it's going to work to our benefit tonight because he'll be in his crate tonight. He'll get up in the morning, have some time, be in his crate. But then we're home in the afternoon tomorrow because the boys have a half a day. So, and then Friday I'll be home with him all day. So him being in the crate at night's not such a big deal.
It actually will really help. The vet actually said put him in his crate throughout the day, even when we're home at time. That it forces him to relax because he'll sit down and he's in a short area. So our surgeon has just been amazing. That's the one I referenced in the video. So guys, if you haven't done so already, please watch the entire video and then share it, repost it. That's one of the things we're really trying to do is just kind of create content on here for you guys. And then allow TT to help kind of pay for Bowser's surgery and whatnot. So it's definitely been an experience and then sorry, I can't talk, an expensive experience, but Bowser Boy is definitely worth it. And so that's why we've kind of tried to been posting more like longer videos recently. So all of that support of like watching them, make sure you try to watch it in the For You page versus watching it in like the personal page. And it really goes a long way to help support Bowser Boy.
Katie just lost her boy Tucker to cancer. Katie, I'm so sorry to hear that. Janet, thank you so much for those shares. Tell the boys I said happy Halloween, Miss Princess and Mr. King Bowser. So yeah, Mr. Bowser will be staying home tomorrow from trick-or-treating. So he will not be joining us. I don't think Bella will be either because it's supposed to be raining and gross. So Lori says sorry for your loss. So what's the update? So Elise, when I think we decided on 20K.
Well, we can give a base update, but I think we'll go through everything once we get to 20K. Like we'll kind of start from Bowser's whole story at like 20K, but if you want to kind of just give an update on like what the doctor said today.
So really outside of kind of the norm. So we're still waiting on cultures.
We'll start with this morning from when the doctor called. Okay.
What I was doing. So outside of like him being stable, fever-free, doing well, we were able to take out the right side drain tube. That fluid production has almost completely resolved. So they were confident taking that out, which I was very grateful for because bringing him home with 2 tubes to me was just a little bit more scarier than I really wanted to deal with. 1 is enough. So we were able to get the right tube out. The left side, the incision is pretty gnarly, you guys. So we did not realize how big it was. So when Dr. Adams had called me for me to authorize the third surgery. She said she was going in and going hard at this. She wasn't joking, you guys. So he has an incision from here to here. Like it is, I don't know if you guys can see it here, but it's like the full width of the belly. So pretty significant incision with a drain. That drain is outputting a pretty good amount, which is good. Basically, a drain is a fail-proof mechanism, and that's kind of how it's been explained to me. If a drain is in, the fluid cannot build. So the idea is that it's going to keep suctioning that out. Cultures are still showing all negative, no growth, which kind of stinks. Like we talked to the doctors today, like as much as we want something, we don't want something, but if we know it's something, we can treat it more aggressively. The good thing about what we're doing right now is he's on 2 different kinds of antibiotics. Give me the A words again.
Anaerobic and aerobic.
Say them again.
Anaerobic and aerobic.
Anaerobic and aerobic, and both antibiotics are covering each of those. So regardless, we're on a very broad spectrum antibiotic. Goodbye, Hannah. See you later. Michelle with Tom's Hug. Thank you so much. Joy wasn't me. It was Katie. I gotta go. Bye, Hannah. Bye, Hannah. Bye, Hannah. Tracy says hugs to Bowser. Diesel shared the live.
Guys, let's start a share train. Everybody share the live with 4 or 5 of your friends that you think would enjoy Bowser's story. And so everybody start that share, and then we'll give everybody a shout out right now. So, sorry guys, I'm trying not to move too much because he's sleeping.
I sent your page to one of my coworkers today, and they're going to be following you, Diesel. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, one of the doctors or one of the techs?
Student docs.
One of the student doctors found us on here last night and sent us a message and started following us. So, like, one of the doctors that was actually working on Bowser. So
originally
that was super
his
cool.
first surgery
Yep.
when he was in critical care. So Gemini, we're hopeful that he's going to be okay. I don't think we're quite out of the woods yet. I feel like
Lori shared the live. Brittany shared the live. Brittany shared the live again. Thank you guys so much. Guys, hang around. Those that are asking what happened or what's going on, hang around. When we get to 20K likes, we're going to give Bowser's entire story from the beginning to the end about how he was misdiagnosed, how we were forced to change vets, how we've rushed him in for 3 different emergency surgeries, to how this has been just an absolute train wreck from the beginning. And now he's back home, and we start this process of healing for the 3rd time as Bowser Boy. We've had to do this like 3 times now where we've had to rush and kind of deal with complete chaos. But let's wait until we get to 20K likes. We're going to give Bowser's full story from the very beginning all the way to updates today. Yeah, he's sleeping at this point, so it would be a good idea.
he's really red through there.
That's it. So, guys, again, his well, are you able to kind of take the phone off and kind of show people real quick?
No, we can try.
I would turn the camera around so you can see better.
Okay, guys. Hey, bear with me. We're going to show. All right. So here's Bowser Boy, guys. So the drain is here. And this is his drain. And then if you guys can see, so the incision starts right here. And it goes all the way, all the way down there. So
Actually, that kind of worked out that he stretched out. Now we can get the
yeah,
ice.
so a pretty significant incision, guys. So, yeah, not the best. But we're doing all right. It'll heal. The good thing is because he was in there, they were able to remove the stitches on the one
pause it
side.
and then run and go get it because I can't see really much. From
Okay, guys, we're gonna pause this here, and then we're gonna. I'll be right back.
Sorry, guys, on YouTube over there, the video quality is not the best because of the pillow, but right now he's comfortable, and that's the key, is that he's comfortable. We keep him comfortable. No, just because they got down doesn't mean it. You're such a fat kid. Like, just because there's food in the house, it doesn't mean you have to go get some. We're resting. You were literally sleeping until Bella and Mom got up. No need to be a fat kid. Lay down. Lay your head down. Go back to bed.
You must recover.
You must recover. I am not going back to the hospital. No.
All right, guys. God bless you guys. We've only had boxers and we love them so much. Mace P, yes, 100%. What happened to her? That girlie. We will give a update here shortly. God place hands on him for healing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please give everyone lots of love from us. Thank
Guys,
you,
we've got
Janet.
52 friends in here. If you haven't done so already, please head up, hit that follow button. And then if you really want to support the channel, head over and watch that most recent video that we posted. We would truly appreciate that. And we're always looking for more subscribers. If you subscribe to the channel, we will add you to our subscriber-only channel in the Line app of positive, supportive people. And they get always the first updates of Bowser. And I think the first subscription is like $269, $279, something like that. So, and we always appreciate that.
Puck says his incision looks great, and so does the output. Puck, that's me. Like, I know with his last drain on the opposite side, the output pretty much stopped previously, like prior to us taking him back in for the third. So that made us really nervous, but they actually ended up leaving it in. So we're very, very glad. Holly, he is doing well.
Angie, the YouTube channel link is in the bio. It's the same thing. Bella and Bowser the Boxers. It's on YouTube. You want me to hold it?
Just like tuck it in here. There. What is your YouTube channel? Okay, I'm so sorry for you guys. Thank you, Mac P or Mace P. Hello, Bella. What happened to him? That girlie, we will give an update. Just hang tight. Elise, I did see that about your mom. Hoping for the best. Bella is awake. Bella is awake. She's hanging right here by my legs.
We actually, if you guys go head over and watch on YouTube also, like we have like the perfect view of like Bowser's little head sleeping.
Yeah. Mac P. So one of the biggest things you can do, of course, is engage with the channel, share the videos, like, comment, subscribe.
Watch the entire videos. That's the biggest thing. Like, it doesn't cost anything. Just a minute per video. Watch them. Like, comment over 8 words I heard does something that really pushes out. Those are all free things you can really help to do to really push the channel out and allow TT Land to help pay for some of Bowser's bills. For those that don't know, Bowser's had 3 surgeries. The first one was $12K in recovery. The second one was $5K in recovery. And this one was actually, the cap was supposed to be $7,000, but it actually was like just shy of $8,000.
Mac P, we also have a GoFundMe for anybody that was interested in donating that way. It is in our bio.
And we do have Venmo. People have asked to do that because they feel uncomfortable with GoFundMe taking part of
so
the
Venmo,
prize.
Cash App, PayPal, we have all those. Sending love from our Boxy Pity Mick, Danielle with that share, Moody or Madi with that follow.
It's Bella. Thanks for following. If you ever need a positive pick-me-up, I'm your girl. Just don't expect me to share my treats.
And one of the other things you can really do that helps support the channel is head over to YouTube and watch anything you can for as long as possible. Rewatch any of the lives, any of the longer videos, just watch them. Like while you're doing the dishes, just let it play. It really helps with that watch time. We're really trying to get up to 4,000 watch hours. So that would be huge if anybody did that. I'm considering coming up with a way of like, I'll give up subscriptions on this platform if people watch like, I think like 10 or 15 hours over there or something like that. Like I'd give away free subscriptions.
Erica says, hey, Kathy, all poor baby, he needs love. I hate being called fat. Fluffy is okay. I hate being called fat. Fluffy is okay.
Oh, because Bowser was being a fat kid.
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad to hear. Been thinking about you all. Thank you, Holly. Kathy with that heart meat. Does the ice pack help with the swelling? Brittany, that is the plan. So we're supposed to be in the hospital. They were icing about every hour. We only have to do about 2 to 3 times a day. So
if you guys are over here, double tap that screen. We truly appreciate that. Hit that like button and continue watching. It really does help that watch time. So each person gets 1 hour. Obviously, if we're on for an hour. So if we could have 10 people on for an hour, that'd be great. It would get us 10 hours.
We've got Idaho. Mac P says, always. Amber with that heart me. Thank you so much. Robin with that team bracelet. Britt with those shares. I posted some pictures of the bandanas I already have made and the other fabric I have. Awesome. Autumn will take a look. When did this all happen? So this actually started happening about 4 weeks ago.
Yep. And once we get to those who I can't talk tonight, guys. Those who stay and hang out when we get to 20K likes, we will give Bowser's whole story of like start, beginning, middle, end, lawsuit, frustration, tears, anger. Yeah, all we went through a full
Guilt.
gambit of emotions. Yes.
I mean, there's pretty much.
So, guys,
everything.
continue tapping that screen. I see that like button is flying up like crazy. Guys, we had a few videos yesterday that did absolutely amazing. I think we gained almost 200 or 300 followers yesterday.
So obsessed with just feeling.
Yeah.
Him.
So we gained about 200 or 300 followers yesterday. It was absolutely amazing. The support that we received from this community, the positive words, has really helped us along the way.
Welcome from Kansas.
It's
Welcome
Bella.
from
My goal is to
Kentucky.
sniff out friends in all 50 states. So drop your states in the chat before Bowser claims it as his own.
So guys, we
Don't
are
let
working
him
on
win.
our map tonight. So drop your states into the comment section. These pups are looking for 50 friends in 50 states.
Bowser, can you tell the people a little bit about yourself?
I'm the whole problem.
What was that, Bowser? Can you say it a little bit louder?
I'm the whole problem.
You are the whole problem, buddy. And Bella, what about you?
I'm a purebred good girl. I'm a purebred good girl.
Bella, you are a purebred good girl. Right, baby girl?
Heather is from Maryland. I can't imagine how hard this has been. Angie, it's to relate. It's sad because I can't even let myself get that excited that he's home yet. Like I'm excited.
Like
excited.
I'm
feel
happy
good.
he's home. It feels good he's home. Like I feel like our family's complete again. But it's like you're still nervous and on edge, waiting for like the button to drop. We're constantly feeling him, like see if he's hot to the touch, checking his temperature. What time did we put this on there? We just got to track 15 minutes.
It's been about 10, so we have a couple
Okay.
more minutes.
And it's just
but
waiting for like the next thing to happen.
And I don't know like why my brain can't like get through. I don't know if I'm gonna need to get through the weekend, if I need to get through next week.
I think
like,
when he finally makes it to his first appointment without an event happening, I think is when like I'll feel better. So like if we make it to Monday where he's able to go to the doctors and get
that-
what the drain
staple,
no, they said the drain removed and she would remove that staple.
maybe.
So guys, but he looks tore up. Like if you look at him, it
He
looks
looks
like
terrible.
he's gone 9 rounds with
He's
you know
like puppy
ma-
Frankenstein.
a
over
massive
there.
Rottweiler with all of his different wounds and everything. It is crazy, guys. I feel so bad for him.
He handles it like a champ though. We got stuff from Ohio. We've got Brianna from Washington. We've got Ava from Michigan. We've got Angie from Nebraska. We've got Britt from Georgia. He's the Lamborghini of the whole problem. Laura, he is something.
I'm the whole problem.
He is the whole problem.
I'm the whole problem.
Greg is
I'm the
from
whole
Ohio.
problem.
Welcome, guys.
I'm the whole problem.
We got it. It's
I'm the
known.
whole
Everybody on
problem.
this platform is well aware that he is the whole problem.
You are the whole problem, buddy. But Daddy is so glad that you are home. We are so happy that you are home. Guys, keep tapping that screen. We're up to 16K likes, which is absolutely amazing. We appreciate all that support. Anybody new here, head up, hit that follow button. Also, if anybody sends a gift, we gotta cover his ears. If anybody sends a gift equivalent to 100 coins or more, you can pick a treat and give it to beautiful Miss Bella. And if he's up, we can give one to Bowser too. So any gift that's 100 coins or more, pick it, send it, and you can give beautiful Miss Bella a treat. And we got about 6 or 7 different kind of treats over here. And I'll show you what we have if you guys want to give beautiful Bella a treat.
Morgan, you're absolutely right. We wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, outside of the $22,000 vet bill. I mean, I would have been really content.
Guys,
with the first
Danny and I
$15,000.
did the math. Like, if we took $22,000 and we promoted our TikTok account and spent that all on promotions, we would probably have about 20,000 more followers. So if we would have spent it that versus this, we could have we'd be up to like 30K followers, 33, 35, something like that.
Not the Halloween costume he wanted this year.
Who said
Puppy
that?
Frankenstein, Robin.
Yeah, that's facts.
And it's so
big
funny,
facts.
guys. So we were at the vet talking today, and they're like, so all the doctors want to know, is he going to be dressing up as Mario or from the Bowser from Mario for Halloween? And I was like, well, that was kind of the plan, but he will not be leaving the house now. So
No, Bowser's going on lockdown.
Bowser
tomorrow.
going on lockdown. We are not letting him get too excited. We are not letting him mingle with people and germs. Bubble wrap.
He's the Lambo of boxers. We got to keep him safe.
Haley says, Bowser's home. How do you keep weight off their joint? Carla, I'm not. You mean like puppy's joints? We don't have to necessarily keep weight off his joint. So all of his incisions are midsection incisions. So his chest and his.
They just don't want him running, jumping, sprinting, all that extra like puppy stuff.
Jerry's girl says we are on the FYP. Thank
Woo!
you, thank you, thank you. Steph says poor baby. How's the pup doing? When we get to 20K, guys, which we are super, super close, we will give that kind of update. After our surgeries, Puck was so chill with the vet. I was afraid he would hate the vet. Honestly, Puck, same. Like, he loves his vets. He loves his doctors. He's excited. You can stop that now. Yes, he didn't want us to leave, but he wasn't mad. What's wrong? Does it feel cold enough?
Yeah. Okay. It did its job.
It did its job, guys. Shauna with that heart ticket. Thank you, thank you. Carla says, yes, ma'am. So, yeah, so we are fortunate enough that we don't have to keep weight off of his joints. We just have to keep him calm so he doesn't pop stitches and he heals. So the big thing, guys, at this point is we did everything by the book last time. And I think we're even more psycho this time about it.
Yeah, and it's just going to continue doing everything by the book. So, guys, we got 55 friends in here. So I want to take a chance. Let's start a follow train. Everybody head up, hit that follow button. We would greatly appreciate it. It really supports Bowser.
Drop your states into the
comments. And then drop those states in the comments, guys.
We are at 20K like, which means we get to do an update. Let me get caught up here.
And I think instead of going through the whole story last night, we will stop and kind of answer questions and stop and answer questions. So, guys, to kind of start, like, first I want to ask, can everybody hear me okay? Because I know I'm a little bit farther away than I normally am. Mm-hmm. So can you guys hear me okay? What was that?
Stephanie with that follow. Animal Lover with the baseball. We got Ohio. We hit our like goal. Hello from Minnesota. Did we reach Truffle Shuffle? Shauna, we did. We will get to that, but we got to go pick up Bowser tonight, so Truffle Shuffle got put on hold, which I'm sure you guys can justify.
I can't shake, guys. I'm waking up the baby.
Do not wake him up.
Don't wake up the baby.
Cheryl says
yes.
Yes.
Okay, they can hear me fine. Okay. Yes. Tons of yeses. All right, guys. So
got you loud and clear.
So we're gonna kind of start from the very beginning. So this is about 4 weeks ago when baby Bowser started acting lethargic, was just kind of being weird, wasn't being himself, and overall was just kind of off. Bowser's crazy. He's nuts. He's like, his baseline is like something on like speed. And normally he's sprinting around. And so like he was laying around, he had like this hunched back. Things weren't well. And so we took him to our primary vet here that we normally go and see. And at that primary vet, they took some x-rays and they diagnosed him with Hod's disease. They didn't do any blood work. They didn't do any extra tests. They did these x-rays and said, this is what we believe this is. And so we're going to give you some anti-inflammatories and gabapentin to deal with the pain. Basically, Hod's is they have that for 2 years, and when they have flare-ups, they're in really pain and they're uncomfortable. And so fast forward about 8 days. During that 8 days, he continued to get worse. The vet had called multiple times to check on him. We're like, hey, he's getting worse. And so we're like, okay, he's getting worse. You're telling us to increase the meds, but like he's not getting better. And so 8 days later, on Friday, Danny came home from work and there was like a softball-sized mass on his left side, guys. And like his right side. And guys, I'm not even joking. Like it was like bigger than my fist. It was almost like this big, like huge mass on his side, just rock hard, filled with fluid. And I'm like, Danny, let's just kind of wait and see. Who knows really what that is? I'm like, I don't want to be overly dramatic. I'm like, I took my pre-workout already. I'm like, I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to work out. And then we'll kind of make a plan. So at that point, Danny had texted our vet, because our primary vet has a vet hotline. And so she texts the vet, and the vet's like, well, it's maybe a bug bite. Maybe it's something. Like, if you're overly concerned about it, like, how about you can take him to an emergency vet. Kind of really played it off as if they didn't care. Okay, let's go through and get caught up.
All right, guys. I've got some requests to see his face, so we're going to show his face. There he is.
Well, and those who aren't doing so already, you can go follow us on YouTube right now, Bella and Bowser the Boxers, and that camera is directly staring at his face. So
there's the sweet baby.
That camera is staring at his face. If you want to look at that other one.
Here's the other one. Bella, can you say hi? No? Okay, we tried.
Okay, and so at that point, we had called Midland Vet and said, "Hey, we have all this stuff going on. Like, what are your thoughts? What should we do?" They're like, "He was diagnosed with HODS," and they're like, "Well, we don't have much experience with that here. We're kind of a smaller vet's office, so how about you take him to East Lansing to MSU?"
Because likely, guys, they would have referred us there anyways. Like, even if we would in there sought treatment, they would have referred us to MSU.
And so from MSU to us, it's an hour south of us. So we load up, we drive to MSU that night. Danny's sister had to come and get the kids. Luckily, her family's always very helpful. So Danny's sister came in. And no, you went and dropped the kids off.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Bowser to the vet about 9 o'clock at night, I think. And no, it was between 8 and 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And then they started running a gambit of tests. They ran CT scans, they ran X-rays, they ran labs, they did all this stuff, and like it was finally at like 3 o'clock in the morning, like 2 o'clock in the morning, where they came out like, "Hey, we have to keep him. Like it's not we don't know what's going on, but it's not good. Like things are just like it's really bad."
Like blood counts were high.
His white blood cell count was incredibly high. So at that point, we're like, okay, like this is awful.
Serious?
This is serious. So we leave. We get home around 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning, and we get a call the next day at like, what was it, like 8 o'clock?
It was early. Like I was up out of bed early waiting. Let's pause real quick. Let's answer some questions. We're about 17 comments behind you. The vets think that they got all the infection. Lori, if you listen a little bit longer, we'll get to that part at the end of the story here. Sleepy boy, sleepy boy, sleepy boy. The way that my Publix does our roomies around the house. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Like an F-18 Super Hornet. So funny. Like they lose their balance, they fall over. Alyssa, we're in the process of giving an update. Our girl looks just like your pups. I love the sealed Brenda. Us too, Lori. Poor baby.
All right, guys. So if you haven't done so already, hit that follow button. All right. So let me continue. So at that point, they kind of tell us that we believe that he needs to have surgery. So this is the first surgery, and they're like, he needs to have surgery. And this is, we ended up driving back down there Saturday. We had to sign the paperwork. We had to increase the funds.
We wanted to see him.
And we wanted to see him. So we got down there around 5 o'clock, which is right around when they end. Time to see them.
Sunday.
Was that Sunday?
Yeah. So Saturday, remember we took the boys and we went to Burger King and we like hung out thinking we were going to see him after surgery, and they said you might.
So Saturday, So Saturday when we went down there, we had to sign the paperwork for surgery. We had to agree to surgery, and then we had to pay. We had to pay half of it, so we had to pay $6,000 down at that point. And then we just kind of hung out, hoping that we could see him after surgery, but that really was not a option. Sunday we went back down and seen him right after surgery. There's a video of that, and there's all kinds of cords on him. There's all kinds of tubes. They had a chest tube and all this. And so they kept him for a few more days. So at this point, Bowser had been inpatient for 8 days. And his initial stay in surgery cost $12,000. And so after the initial stay, we brought him home. He was home for 3 days.
4 days.
Three or 4 days.
Well,
I think it was 3 days.
I don't even know.
He was home 3 days, and then immediately, like, he started not feeling well, doing the hunch, got the pocket refilled back up on the same side, and Danny's like, something's not right. We got to figure this out. So we rush him back to the emergency vet, and they basically tell us they have to have a second surgery. And
you need to read well. And the tricky part about this specific surgery is it could have went two very different directions. So initially when they started talking to me about this, they wanted to split him down the chest, open up his chest cavity, break his chest bone, whole nine, get in there and really see. But once they did that CT and determined that the fluid was on the outside of the chest cavity and that pocket was on the outside, they didn't have to. So less invasive, but still pretty extreme. Go ahead.
So then they reopened up the old incisions and then did another incisions about 2 inches over. And those incisions are probably about yay long on each side. So on his right side, he has 2 incisions. One's healed and one is not healed. And so they go on, they have to do a second surgery. And then at this point, like after the surgery, we meet with the surgeon and we're like, hey, so can you kind of like, we don't really know what's going on. We need to really figure this out. And we're like, so does he have HODs? And so during a certain point, they sent Danny had requested all of the records from our previous vet up here. And so she got all the records, they sent them over. So the neat thing with MSU is everybody stays in their lane. The surgeon sticks to surgery. The radiology sticks to radiology.
Soft tissue deals soft tissue. Critical
Yep.
care does critical care.
Yep. And then like anything to do with like the biology or reading of any of that is all done by like the biologists and stuff. So everybody stays in their lane. So for the x-rays, they sent them up to radiology and had them read the radiology. And they're like, we don't see HODs. And HODs is only diagnosed by radiologist or by
Radiographs.
by x-rays. And so at this point we found out, they told us that like he was wrongly diagnosed the first time, had an infection for 8 days. That infection then went septic, and that infection basically got awful. It just smoldered, and that what's caused him to get really sick because they wrongfully diagnosed him. And this is where like people have asked, like, are we going to have a lawsuit? Do we want to go after them? And we don't really know what we're going to do at this point. But because basically the doctors at MSU told us that if we would have ran labs, if they would have ran labs the first time, they would have seen his white blood cell count been through the roof. And immediately they would have noticed that something was wrong and that they would have needed to start him on an oral antibiotic. So maybe none of this stuff needed to happen, like if they would have did their job correctly the first time. But again, hindsight at this point is 2020. Our full focus is on just getting him healthy. Mm-hmm. So then, after the second surgery, we were able to take him home, and they just told us to monitor him closely, don't allow him to jump, run, or anything like that. Go ahead.
KB, we do not have pet insurance, so we actually have considered getting it now, but unfortunately, pet insurance doesn't help with a pre-existing condition. So he'd have to fully recover, get a clean bill of health, and then we would be able to be covered under pet insurance. But I'm also learning that pet insurance, it doesn't cover emergency visits and a lot of those other things either. So it wouldn't have really been helpful in the case for us. Did you guys watch Wizard of Waverly Place growing up? We did not. I did not. Did you? Okay, you did. Robin says, poor baby KB with that follow. I wait every day for updates. Bless his little heart. Nancy, hopefully we can continue to give those updates. His toes move at times. Yeah, he's a little twitchy.
He's got his toe beans.
His little toe beans. Yes. Do y'all have Disney Plus? Theo, we do. Newport says, hey, Brandon. Bowser's
Welcome
a fighter. Are the boys going trick-or-treating tomorrow? Alyssa, that is the plan. It's supposed to be terrible weather here in Michigan, so... Can't say how long we'll be out for, but we will hit all of our favorite spots.
Guys, it's awesome. We got, 73, 75 friends in here. Head up and hit that follow button right there. Just give it a little tickle. Just a little tickle. Make it weird. It's okay. It's okay. Just make it a little weird.
You just made it weird.
It's okay.
Yeah. Also, guys, drop your states into the comment section while Brandon continues to tell our story. I will be filling out our map here. Yes. Feels good to have the boy home. We love our Bowser. Thank you, Maddie. Maddie, I did just see a message come through for you. I will take a peek when we are not live anymore. I'm hurting for y'all. I love your family and Bella and Bowser. Well, Nancy, hopefully we are on the uphill climb at this point. Newport with Tom's Hug. Thank you so much. I have Nationwide and it covers emergency. Really, Shannon?
Well, and my company offers pet insurance, so I'm going to have to look into it for like my job. Are you writing that down?
I'm writing anything that anybody can give me
and so, sorry.
Nationwide is on your side.
So, okay, guys. So then,
hold on. We're still like 20 comments behind. Let me just take a peek, guys. I'm glad he's back home. Mine covers emergency procedures, but not emergency visits. My friend, she had emergency IVDD. All right, guys. This is all good to know. We got KB from Oregon, Nancy, New Jersey. Get MSU. Yeah, MSU to state about original misdiagnosis. Most vets have malpractice insurance covered the bills. So Puck, we have it in our discharge paperwork that it was a misdiagnosis.
Thank you for that follow. Who was that?
Yeah, Broken Pisces with
Bowser,
that follow.
Here. Thanks for the follow. Now, if only you could throw a snack or two. Just kidding, but seriously, snacks are welcome.
Christy from Oklahoma, Lucy Lou from Rhode Island. We haven't had Rhode Island in like forever. So
You guys hear that ding? That's the line app. So that's all the different subscribers and mods
talking right now.
in there right now.
Susie Bell with that cauldron. We've got Paris. We've got North Carolina. Thank goodness Bowser is home. Newport, he is home now. It's every day. It's a tally mark that we keep him home. I'm gonna make a game out of this. Like how many days? Progressive does 2. Ooh, we had Progressive for a while. I'll have to look into that one. One of our auto owners has it.
Okay.
All right.
Can I finish the story, guys?
I've had 9 years and 0 issues. Okay, we'll pause here, guys.
Okay, so let's fast forward. So at this point, we're like 3 weeks into this endeavor with Bowser Boy.
2 surgeries.
2 surgeries, 3 weeks, $17,000 is where we're at this point. So on Sunday,
3 days
so
ago.
Saturday we brought Bowser home after his second surgery. Sunday we were debating on if we wanted to go live. We knew he was quite off, but we weren't exactly sure how off he was. And then Danny's like, he's hot. And so, guys, and I have to tell you this, from the very beginning of these episodes and events, Danny has been right 100% of the time. Like, every decision she has made in this event has been right. And so at this point, like, her mama gut has just been 100% right. Because a lot of times I'll be like, Danny, I will support you. Like, you can make the decisions. Like, at this point, like, but I don't want you to feel like you're making decisions yourself. Like, I can make a decision, but like, at this point, you're doing everything right. And so she's like, Brandon, something's not right. Like, I feel fluid on the right side. Like, I'm not happy. I'm like, well, okay. So we go live and we're just kind of see how things go for a little bit. And then she's like, no, Brandon, something's not right. Like, this is off. So she calls the vet, and the vet's like, you need to take his temperature. Well, you guys know the only way to really take a dog's temperature is rectally.
Through the butt.
So she had to run to Dollar General, go get a thermometer, and then she comes back and she takes his temperature. And we're actually live still during this event. So that's like the 17-minute clip that I posted earlier today was part of that live event. And it explains this whole process. And so then you all of a sudden just hear me say, fuck. And Danny screams, end the live, we're leaving. And so his temperature was 105 at that point on Saturday. So, like,
which for a human, guys, is like 103-ish. So not great. Not great. Okay.
It's extremely high.
Extremely high. Very scary.
And so, like, I run and basically start throwing clothes on, and I grab the kids, and I just throw them in the back of the car because I'm going to take them to Danny's mom's house. And the boys are like, where are we at? Like, what's going on? Like, I didn't wake them up. I just picked them up and carried them. Lucky I'm kind of a big guy. Carry them, throw them in the back of the car, drop them off, and just hurried up and rushed down to East Lansing. At this point, it's probably like 9:30, 10 o'clock by the time we get there. And when we walk in, like, one of the doctors was sitting at the front desk. She's like, is that Bowser? And it kind of just pisses them off. The fact that all the techs and doctors and nurses and like everybody,
students, everybody knows Bowser by name.
Knows Bowser, like he's famous at this point. And I'm like, yes. They're like, all right, we got this. So like, she grabs him and runs him back. So at this point, we haven't even checked him in, and the doctors are already taking him back and running tests.
I haven't even told him really what was wrong outside of he's got a fever. And so that's really all they need.
So they run back, start doing things, and then we get him checked in, and one of the senior student comes out, starts asking us questions. We kind of give them all of the diagnostic stuff. He had a fever, he was lethargic, he was limping again, he wasn't eating, just kind of all the things that's really going on. Mm-hmm. And we sit there until about 12 o'clock. And at 12 o'clock, they come in and they're like, all right, well, our recommendation is to admit him. And at this point, none of like the really senior doctors are there because it's so late. Like there's like the senior, like, emergency room doctors, but like nobody there from like soft tissue, nobody there from like the ICU team, the surgery team. So all of them, like they're not there. So they're like, we're going to admit him. We're going to start him on, saline fluids and to reduce his temperature and IV antibiotics to really start fighting this infection. And then you kind of want to take over.
Yeah. So they do. So that takes us into Monday morning. So Monday morning, Brandon so we don't get home until about 2:30 Monday morning.
It was about 1:15.
Was it? Okay. It felt like
Newport with that.
Money gun.
Money gun.
Thank you.
Thanks, broski.
So we both head off, kind of go to work, because at this point we don't know what the rest of the week's going to bring. So I'm like, I've got to get in and start getting crap done so I can be off and basically go. So we're kind of expecting calls through the morning. So I got my first call about 8:15. He's doing well. He was stable overnight, ate a little bit by mouth. they were waiting on the surgery team. Well, it wasn't until about noon that Dr. Adams called me, and that has been the surgeon that has now been on his case and is we've gotten to know very, very well. And she's like, when I answered the phone, you could tell like the devastation that she had to call me again, because it was just like, I am so sorry you had to bring him back. And I said, it's fine. Like, what is going on? And she's like, I'm trying to figure it out. She's like, her and the other two ECC, I think it's their ECC doctors, right?
So it's
like,
the board
the
certified, like the highest of the highest ranked
Like,
doctors
so
there.
all of your medical students, your surgical residents, everything, and they're up here. They're the actual surgeons. And she's like, we have been sitting for over 2 hours combing through his chart, trying to figure this out. Like, we missed something? So she went into genetics. She went into panels being run. They've done parvo, additional tick-borne viruses and illnesses. Like, they have literally now checked everything. And she goes, will you give me permission to basically run a CT on his entire body? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, with a foreign body, because we anticipate that there's a foreign body, she goes, it can move. And so she goes, if it's not in the chest, she goes, we look in the abdomen and we look in the hind legs. The hind legs because they were looking for bloodline infection. And then in the abdomen because, again, is there another infection pocket? Is there something there that we are missing? And because it's smoldering in other places, it hasn't kind of fired up there yet.
So guys,
Let's do it.
Just kind of a pause here. And so at this point she calls me and she's like, hey, she gives me the kind of the whole rundown. And she's like, if this is blood related, like it's terminal, like he's not coming back.
There's not much you can do, guys. When there's an infection in his bones and through everything.
And it was like at that moment, like I'm like, I gotta go. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm busy at work, which I was busy at work. But it was like I had to let her go at that point. I'm like, I got to process this because like the thought had passed through my head that like Bowser may not return home, but I hadn't really processed that yet. And so like to me that hit really hard. And then that's like we agreed to do like a third surgery.
Yeah, so the big thing is let's get the CT and then call us. And so the CT called us. This is what the CT shows. He's got that. So abdomen was clear, legs were clear. There was no visible sign of any bone disease or anything like that. She's like, we found a very large fluid pocket on the left side with an infection pocket. And she's like, the recommendation is surgery. And I went, okay, because again, what do you do? Like, okay, like we're going in for surgery. And she told me, she's like, I'm going in and I'm going hard at this. And she's like, I'm going to do everything in my power to get this. Okay. So they called me at 3:30 and said, all right, he's under anesthesia. Doc will call as soon as she's done. 2 hours later, we still don't have a call from the doctor. Guys, it's the most nerve-wracking hours of your life. And we've done this now 3 times. And so finally my phone rings and it comes up private number and you panic every time. And it's the student doctor on his case that day. And she's like, he's out of surgery. He did great. Okay. She's like, Dr. Adams will be calling you soon. And you're like, so I have to wait longer. But she got pulled into another emergency, which is very reassuring that she was able, like he was stable enough that she could step away. So we wait again, and it was probably another 45 minutes-ish.
Longer.
Maybe longer, and my phone rings again, and it's her. And, he was in and out of anesthesia well. Basically, they cut everything out. And what's different about this surgery that we didn't have last surgeries is throughout that removal process of that tissue, they found a fairly dense fibrous, I don't want to call it a mass. Tissue mass.
And so the doctor explained it the best. It was like dogs have this neat thing of anytime they get a foreign body anywhere in their body, she says sometimes like it could be a stick that pokes through, like a little piece of wood, it could be a piece of grass from like when they roll in the dirt, could cause these events. And then what happens is the body just grows tissue around that to trap that foreign object there to prevent it from moving. She's like, so it's an emergency, like protective factors that dogs have to protect themselves, because I'm guessing it's pretty common for dogs to get wounds and stuff like that. So the body just grows tissues around that area to protect it. So whatever that harmful item is doesn't continue floating around the body.
So they cut this out. It was when she said she went in and she went hard. Like I did not anticipate the incision.
Yeah,
that
so when
have.
we see the incision, guys, and we could show you guys here in a minute, when we see these incisions, like guys, like she cut him almost from ear to ear, like it's ridiculous.
And I didn't even notice it. So because it's underneath more than like, so his right side is like fully visible on the right side of his
first
chest.
two surgeries go vertical.
Right, this
one's horizontal,
and it's underneath him. So when he's standing, you can't see it. And so it wasn't until I got him in the car that I realized how big this was. And so, but they had to open him up further because they really wanted to get in there and dissect to make sure they got everything.
Well, and it makes so much more now because previously he was on like trazodone to help sedate him, and then he was on gabapentin for pain. But now they sent home basically like dog version of Tylenol 3. It's like a pseudomethadone with codeine. It's
Tylenol codeine.
Yeah. So it's like that. And then he was on. Come to find out, he was on methadone while in there.
Hang on, guys. I'm verifying.
He was on methadone for pain treatment while at the hospital, which I didn't know that.
Yesterday. So when they called us on Monday, they said after surgery and all that, he's doing great. Like if he continues doing this while, like he could potentially go home Tuesday. And I'm like, I start getting really nervous, you guys. So Tuesday morning comes. Student doctor calls him Tuesday morning and says he's doing great. He had a great night. He's eating. He's very active. He's been outside for a walk. Like he's doing wonderful. You can potentially pick him up after 5 o'clock today. And I'm like, oh, okay, great. Call him and I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. And because my reasoning is, do I want Bowser home? Yes. Do I want to go through what we just went through over the weekend? No, like we didn't even have him home 24 hours and we were right back there in an emergent situation. So I was very hesitant to bring him home, not to mention he had 2 drains and it was just rough.
All right, guys, to pause again, if you guys haven't done so already, the new video I just posted a little bit ago of Bowser coming home, please head over and watch that video. We would greatly appreciate, watch the entire thing. From my understanding, that video is actually doing pretty well.
Yes. And guys, we have lots of follows coming in and gifts coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Pacing, Bella's doing great. So she's happy.
She's happy as a clam. She's sleeping right in front of us. Like I'm touching Bella right here.
We got one here and one here.
Yeah, she's doing very good.
So let me just scroll here. Let me check. We got a kitty. We got a money gun. When Bowser gets better, he needs to get a job. Nancy, he needs more than a job.
No kidding.
Newport with that lock and key. Newport with that ghost. Danielle shared that live. I'm back. What happened? Canine Moose. We're kind of in the process of the most recent update. Hang tight. We've got Bonnie from Florida. Maddie says agreed. Please show me a kiss for him. His head's covered. Canine Moose, what's happening? All right, guys, we're going to pause again. We're going to keep going. So that was yesterday. So yesterday afternoon, about 4 o'clock, I get a call again from student doctor and says, Bowser's doing great. And repeat the cycle. Vitals are stable. He hasn't had a fever, blah, 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 blah. She's like, out of an abundance of caution, she goes, Dr. Adams wants to keep him another 24 hours. You guys, the relief that overcame my body. I was like, oh, thank God. And I said to her, I said, it's not that I don't want him home. I said, I'm scared. I'm nervous. I said, there's a lot of anxiety attached to it. And she's like, I completely understand. She's like, and that's where Dr. Adams is at. So she's like, we're going to get him off all IVs. We're going to get him on oral meds. We're going to make sure we can keep him comfortable. And she's like, we'll talk in the morning once rounds are done. And she goes, we'll kind of establish a plan. Beautiful. Called me this morning, then called me after rounds. Everybody, treatment team, so critical care, surgery, ICU, all the peoples are like, yep, he's good. Like, let's get him home. But we still don't have any culture results. So right side is showing all negative, and those are done, which means that right side is resolved. as of now. Hopefully we can keep it resolved. Left side has the drain. Nothing is showing growth culture yet, but he's on 2 different antibiotics, which is the first time we've done this. One for one type of bacteria. Aerobic and anaerobic, right?
Yep.
Bacteria, so basically covering more to hopefully not allow this to happen again. So Lori, the calls every time, and I don't know if have we told the CPR story?
Oh, probably not. So,
Oh God, you guys.
so guys,
Sunday night.
during the first 2 events when we had to agree to surgery and pay for things, like they asked us about CPR, and I was just half-ass paying attention. But the third doctor, she's like, "Do you want to do CPR if needed?" And I'm like, "Well, damn! Like I never thought of it. Like we were never asked that question." She's like, "Oh, well, they should have." And she's like, "But just to let you know, if you agree to CPR, only 5% of dogs live because usually we contact them and they ask us to stop doing CPR or it just doesn't work." And I'm first off, and excuse my language, I was just like, "Bitch, why are you telling me this?"
Right.
Like, there's something that I just don't need to know. Like, I don't need to know the odds. Like, just allow me to say yes or no, and we just keep it moving. Like, it was like a fear mongering moment. I know she was just being honest, and she's just trying to give us the statistics, but I didn't need to know the statistics. Like that
But
was
that's her job. So
yeah, and so like that freaked me out again, and so. But kind of a long story short, like everything ended up going well. Surgery went well. Dr. Adams is a badass surgeon. I would recommend her for anybody. I would recommend MSU for anybody for your animals. That's why, like, when people come on here and say, well, maybe you guys should get a second opinion, or maybe you guys should do this.
Like they are the second opinion.
It's like they are the best. They are the alpha and the omega. Like they are the bee's knees. Like the amount of doctors that are working on Bowser's case is significant. So, like, does a second opinion sound great? Yes. Would I want to take him anywhere else? No.
No.
Like even I've considered like, well, maybe we can go on vacation sometime soon. Like I wouldn't want to get Bowser too far away from MSU. Like so the vacation still has to be within an hour there because he's dreaming and he's running in his dream, guys.
His nose is twitching and the whole night. So guys, and the other very cool thing is the kennel that we board him at, they vet with MSU for emergency. So if she is with, or if he is with her and something happens, he will go right directly to MSU.
He's not going to the kennel anytime soon.
We ain't taking him anywhere. You guys, I'm not even kidding you. Like, I don't even know if I'm willing to take him to my mother's.
Okay.
Like,
Let's get caught up in comments.
All right, getting caught up. I'm so sorry. Bye. Have a good day. K Moon, nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm buffering. Janice Bowser's doing good. He's home.
He's dreaming.
He seems to be sedated now. He's apparently that was it.
I wonder if you move. What if we log off here? I mean, there's a few people on.
His fur growing back? So Becky, yes.
Hold on, because he's twitching over here. If we can move the camera right here and face it this way.
Just down like that one is.
Just no, like move this and set it right there.
I feel like if I hold on, guys, please hold. Becky, but to answer your question, we don't know how. Yes, like the big area fur will grow back, but around the incision, I don't know how much. Like that.
I guess yeah.
Okay, you're gonna have to read.
I can't reach anything. So maybe this was, I don't know, I was just trying, because he was really cute.
Yeah, like I can't.
Well, move, here, how about we just log off YouTube, move that computer, and you can sit there.
We're logging off, guys. Go find us on TikTok.
Guys, give us just a second. I'm just trying, because he's like twitching